Good evening, everybody. Matrix here, and here is my watch list for January 11th. Okay, so let's take a look at the futures once again. Tomorrow is Friday, glorious day coming. In my opinion, I've been waiting for this day since Sunday. All right, as you can see here on the futures, we did top out right here at the 2600 area. Okay. Now, this relates to 260 on the SPY. And the way it came up pretty late in the day. So we have the close at 4 p.m. It topped out, and then it faded back. And now we opened with a slight gap up, and we are coming back up again. Now, tomorrow, I think at the open, it will reach this 2600 area again, and this in itself is a double top. Okay, it has a key psychological ingredient to it. It's a longer term double top. We have been waiting for this topping out action for a long while now. From here, I'm expecting it to sell off. Okay, if it pops over, then so be it, because it's still a viable trade to take, in my opinion, but it's a key psychological whole number. So tomorrow I'm expecting it to pop up and sell off. It might actually get up and over, and once it does break out and over, all the bulls and the breakout buyers will get in on this long. And what is going to happen, personally, what I think is going to happen is they're all going to get in on this long thinking that, oh, the rally is in, we are no longer in bear market, and that is when they set the trap and hammer this shit all the way back down. All right, that's my theory that I've had since Sunday. Taking a look at the SPY right here. Okay. Now we're coming into this 260 area, where is a key psychological level. Okay. I'm going to mark that off. I will be playing the SPY tomorrow, watching this topping action, and it might even get as high as the 50 SMA here, right? It might pop over and get all these 260 buyers to come in and buy, and who knows? We might even end the day green, and the sell-off won't even happen on Monday. But I will be watching it. I think it's any minute now, and if it happens tomorrow, then oh my God. The pull will be hard and fast. Okay, so that's my my take on the market. It's my personal opinion, though, so always take it with a grain of salt. Okay, so let's take a look at some tickers here real quick. I have 5 tickers for you this evening. First up, we have EA. EA, yesterday we had a day where we did a pullback, and today we ran up again, and we are breaking out over the 90. Okay, the way the stock closed so strong, I do expect a little bit of pop back up. Actually, let's take a look here. Oh, here we go. Yeah, the way the stock closed so strong, I do expect to pop back up. Okay, we are ramping up a little bit on the SPY futures, and I do think that the SPY is going to gap up just a little bit. Now, what I want to see is a gap up, and then we have these buyers who bought late day. They're going to take profits, causing a dip, and then a rip back up. Now, let's mark off some levels here. I'm looking at 93 and 95 specifically. So let's take a look at 95 first. Okay, which is a key psychological area, and 93. Now, the reason why I picked 93, this daily chart pattern looks like it's about to break out again. It looks like it does. It's going to have another day. But first of all, 95 coming into the daily chart. Look at Halloween, October 31st. Look at this massive candle, right? Or massive volume. It's the 95 is the top of this candle, okay? And 93, if we're coming over here, it's basically the lip of November 9th. the candle November 9th, the opening candle here. So we have two resistance areas I'm watching for. If it dips, I want to talk about support as well, because I am looking for long on EA. If it dips, I'll be looking at 91 and 90 as well. So 90 is pretty self-explanatory. Okay, first of all, it's a key psychological whole number. Zooming in, it's also the opening price of yesterday and the highs of the day before, January 8th. Okay, so that's a support area in my opinion. And I will also be looking at 91 as well, which is the closing price of today. Okay, so if it pops, dip, it should hold this yesterday's closing price and then rip back up. Or if it pops, dip, if it doesn't hold, then we are going to the 90 area, right? Look at this, 90.25. We have a mini double bottom here, a quick double bottom, late day where it held. We had a top out at the open where volume came in. Okay, so this is a key area, but I'll give it a little bit more wiggle room and bring it down to the $90 area, right? Because it's a key psychological whole number. And if it dips hard here, it's going to fake out everybody thinking it's going to be a short day and then bounce right back up. Anticipate the rip from red to green and then making this a massive up move. That's my idea on EA. Next up, Facebook. Now, looking on daily chart, Facebook basically did the same exact shit that it did yesterday. All right. What I want to take notice is, first of all, the plan is still going to be the same. I'll be watching 145 key psychological whole number and chart resistance. Okay. Looking at December 19th, that's the high of this red candle here, as well as we see massive volume. Okay, so this is a psychological area and a key area, 145. Also, I'll be watching for where the stock dipped today. It's basically the opening of December 19th. So if I were to put the line right here at 141.30s, okay, where's the opening price? 141.20s. Okay, look at how it basically held these two spots both days, today and yesterday. Okay, that's where it dipped to, and that's where it ripped. So this is the first support I'll be looking at. So depending on what it does tomorrow, these are the two extremes. If it gaps up and over, I'll be waiting for the dip to either hold 144.50 and then rip and anticipate this 145 breakout. If it gaps up pre-market and tops out around 145 right at the opening, I'm going to anticipate the sell-off, right? People bought in here at 142.50. You can see that. Okay, they are anticipating a gap up, and if it tops out at 145, which is a key resistance area, right at the bell, they will sell and take their profits, and it's going to bring this mass dip down. And I'm thinking 142.50 and then 141 and change where we bottomed out today. So those are the two areas I'll be watching for support. Let's mark these off so you guys get a quick visual. So yeah, right there. So that's Facebook. Most important part about Facebook is I base my trade or my plan off the December 19th candle here. Okay, that's Facebook. If it does get above this 145, we will be seeing a massive squeeze. Okay, the squeeze will take us first to 147.50, and then it will take us to 149. So I want to show you guys where these levels coming from. 147.50 right here, and then 149 is right here. So on the daily chart, you can see how 149 reacted and 147.50 reacted. So these are key resistance areas. All right. If it starts holding 145, that's where the squeeze happened. That's where people will start buying in. CGC is next. CGC, absolutely awesome play today. I played both the long and the short of it. I basically made it my, For the lack of a better term, I made it my bitch. Anyways, the stock itself is pretty overextended. Not pretty overextended, very, very overextended. From 28 to 38, it has ripped 10 points in the past 3 days. Okay. It needs a day to pull back and consolidate and chop around, right? I think I'll be watching 38 first, okay, which is the high of today, also a key psychological whole number. I'll be watching that quick double top and short it back down. If it breaks out and over, I think it's going to magnet to 40. Okay, people will want to bring it up to 40 before they sell, which is a key psychological level. I mean, if I were to be buying around this $30 mark, that's where I want to sell. I would have sold some at the 35, and then I would let the rest go to 40, and then I would have sold some. There is a lot of good news on, or a lot of hype coming in on CGC news-wise. A lot of press releases. Wall Street analysts are saying buy, 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 buy. I personally think even if they're right, even if it's a buy, 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 stocks don't go straight up. This is not healthy. It needs a few days to pull back and relax before it makes its next leg up, right? The 37 mark is very strong, so watch that. I also want to know the uptrend from January 8th. So basically, this line right here. Let's mark that off. Okay. So if you follow this uptrend, basically it's what it's been doing, basically following this uptrend for the past few days. Once this uptrend snap with authority, test and fail, we are into a backside, and that would actually confirm that we are having a down day and we will pull back. Now, as far as target goes, my first target is 36. Okay. Because that's where it bounced off of today. And then I would bring it down also to 35, which is where the breakout point is. From here, I think we should start getting bounces and rounding and bottom out. Okay, so that's my thesis on CGC. I think tomorrow is going to be a relaxed day. So a pop, double top, and a drop. Okay, if it pops through, starts holding 38, it's a long, run it up to $40, maybe even 42. Okay, CGC. Apple is next. Apple today had a slower grind up day. The action in itself is very tricky, right? It gapped down hard, it dumped hard, and then it pulled right back up. What I'll be watching for, it's kind of like a CGC, right? I'll be watching for the quick double top here at 154.50. All right. Last night, I think I had Apple on my watch, and I was watching for the double top at 154.50, but I just didn't anticipate this drop, and that it came back up so slowly. So no trade for me on Apple. But tomorrow we're getting close. If we pop up and over and it starts holding, then I'll anticipate the breakout of 155. Right. From then, I don't know if 155 is going to hold it down. I mean, nobody knows. It is a key psychological whole number. If you draw that horizontal line on the daily chart around 155, there is a lot of resistance here. But if it does pop through and starts holding, we're going for a rip. We are going for a rip, and I will try to get onto the train, ride along with it. 158 is a key mark that I might target here on long if I manage to get in. And then 160 as well. Key psychological whole number right there. Okay, so long targets, it's right there. Short targets, I'll be looking for a pullback down to the 9 EMA. Yeah, 9 EMA. I'll be looking for, 9 EMA. And then if the 9 EMA snaps, then we're coming all the way down. And it's going to be the rug pull of the century. Bring it all the way down to 150. Okay. AAPL. Finally, we have ATVI Activision. Look at this massive sell-off after hours. Activision came out with a catalyst after hours, okay? If you guys are not video game fans, Activision post their earnings based on a lot of revenue coming in from their bigger games. For example, Call of Duty and Destiny and whatnot, right? So after hours, they came out with news catalyst saying that the upcoming earnings release, they will not be posting the revenues that's going to come from the game Destiny, and that in itself will cut into the revenues of the whole company itself. They basically let me see here. Oh, they gave a company called Bungie the publishing rights and responsibilities for Destiny franchise. Okay, so they're taking themselves out of the Destiny franchise. So one less revenue stream coming in for Activision, hence the massive sell-off. I want to see a pop and drop on a bad catalyst like this, right? Activision overall is you can see it's been hurting, downtrending, right? Now that it's gapped down at 47.80s, it's right there, which is actually a key support area here. Okay, I want to see a pop back up into the 49, maybe even 48.50s, right? And from there, I want to see the sell-off and an all-day fader. If 47.50 cracks, we will come down to 47 for sure, okay? And if 47 snap, then it's going to be a big fall. But there is a lot of support here around this 47 area, so I don't want to chase the weakness. It has sold off a lot. I want to see a pop and then a drop. 48.50. The reason where I picked it is because January 7th. Let's mark off 48.50. It's the closing price. Okay, so pop into this area. You see there's a lot of resistance here. Short it back down. If it gets up and over, 49 should be able to hold it down. Also another key psychological and chart resistance area. So we have a resistance zone, okay, on a bad catalyst. So I'm looking for the pop and drop all day fader. That's it. That's my watch list this evening. I hope you guys enjoy what you watch and find some insight in my watch list and the way I plan things. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, also share this video. I definitely don't mind if you share. It's not a big secret that I make my watch list on a nightly basis and I share it for free. Okay, it's kind of like my way of giving back to the trading community. All right, and it's also kind of my way of showing that my mentor, who taught me how to build a watch list, he gave me the skills to build a watch list, and I want you guys to take a look at my video link description if you want to learn from him as well. Okay, so thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and I'll see you guys all bright and early tomorrow. Thanks.